I work front desk at a boutique hotel in Copenhagen. Last September, an American couple arrived at 11 p.m. demanding immediate check-in. I explained their reservations started the next day. The husband pulled out his phone. I booked through an American website, he announced. That means American time zones apply. I blinked. Sir, you're physically in Denmark. Irrelevant, he said. I paid in dollars. The transaction happened in America. Legally, I checked in 6 hours ago Eastern Time. His wife nodded along like this made perfect sense. He wanted me to call my manager to confirm the international dateline rules. I explained that's not how hotels work. He accused me of discriminating against American payment methods. They eventually left. Came back the next morning acting like nothing happened. Never apologized. Just asked where breakfast was. Working hospitality in Europe, you meet confident Americans weekly. They don't ask questions. They make declarations. Usually wrong. Always certain. A guy once told our Norwegian waiter that fjords were invented by Disney for Frozen. When corrected, he said, "Then why are they only in Norway?" Our waiter just stared. Another woman insisted Big Ben was named after her grandfather Benjamin. She was serious. Had a whole story prepared. Let me share what happens when American confidence meets European reality. My friend Petra works at a pharmacy in Amsterdam. An American woman marched in holding a prescription from Ohio. "Fill this," she said. No greeting. Just demands, Petra explained. They couldn't accept American prescriptions. The woman's face reddened. "That's illegal," she declared. "Medical licenses are international. My doctor went to medical school. Petra, patient as always, said Dutch law required prescriptions from EU doctors." The woman wasn't listening. "I have health insurance," she said, louder now. "Blue Cross, Blue Shield. Top-tier coverage. They operate in 70 countries." "Not the issue," Petra replied. "We need a Dutch prescription." The woman pulled out her phone. Started recording. "I'm documenting this discrimination," she announced. "Healthcare is a human right. You can't deny me medication because I'm American." Petra explained she could see a Dutch doctor. The woman scoffed. "I'm not paying twice," she said. "I already paid my copay in Cleveland." She demanded to speak with the pharmacy president. Petra explained there was no such position. The woman asked for corporate headquarters. Petra told her they were an independent pharmacy. "Oh, that can't be legal," the woman muttered. She left threatening a lawsuit. Against the Netherlands, the entire country, for practicing medicine without American oversight. Petra still has the recording. The woman posted it online titled "European Healthcare Scam Exposed." "I bartend at a pub in Dublin. American walks in, orders a Bud Light. We don't stock it." "What do you mean?" he asked, genuinely confused. "It's the most popular beer in the world." I suggested Guinness. He made a face. "That's tourist stuff," he said. "I want what locals drink. Guinness," I repeated. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. "No, like actual Irish beer. The secret ones you hide from tourists," explained Guinness's Irish beer. He shook his head. "It's owned by a British company," he said with authority. "Real Irish people boycott it. Everyone knows that. I've lived in Dublin my entire life. We drink Guinness constantly." I told him this. "You're paid to say that," he responded. "Tourism industry propaganda?" He ordered water. Complained it tasted different. Said American water had better fluoride balance. Asked if Irish pipes were lead-free. I assured him they were. "Doesn't taste like it," he muttered. He left without tipping. Irish bartenders don't expect tips, but he made a show of it. Service was subpar, he announced to the empty bar. "In America, we earn our tips." He tripped over the doorframe on his way out. Somehow, that felt like justice. My cousin Andreas works security at the Louvre. An American couple tried entering through the exit. Andreas redirected them. The husband got defensive. "In America, we can enter buildings from any door," he said. "It's called freedom." Andreas explained it was one way for crowd control. The wife chimed in. "We paid the entry fee," she said. "That means we access however we want." They hadn't paid anything yet. Andreas pointed to the actual entrance. They refused to move. This is closer to the Mona Lisa, the husband said. We researched the optimal route. Andreas explained the security system wouldn't let them through. The husband pulled up a YouTube video. This travel blogger entered here, he insisted, showing his phone. Andreas watched the video. The blogger entered through the main entrance. Same place Andreas was directing them. That's a different door, the husband argued. Look at the angle. It was the same door. From outside, Andreas tried explaining perspective. The wife interrupted. Are you calling my husband stupid? She demanded. Andreas said nothing. His silence was answer enough. They eventually walked to the main entrance. Took 40 minutes. The entrance was 60 feet away. They stopped every 10 feet to complain about French inefficiency. Andreas watched them circle the courtyard twice. They got lost in a straight line. I manage a restaurant in Barcelona. American family of 4 seated themselves during our siesta closure. Kitchen was closed. Chairs were literally stacked on tables. The father waved me over. We'll have 4 steaks, he said. Medium rare. No pink, I explained. We were closed. He checked his watch. It's 3 p.m., he said. Peak lunch hours. I told him in Spain, lunch is 2 to 4. We close 4 to 8. He laughed. That's the dumbest business model I've ever heard, he said. You're losing 6 hours of revenue, his wife agreed. Started calculating our lost profits on her phone. Showed me the numbers like I'd be grateful. You'd make 30% more staying open, she explained. I told her we've operated this way for 40 years. She looked concerned. No wonder Spain's economy struggles, she said seriously. The father demanded we make an exception. I explained the kitchen was off. All equipment powered down? Just microwave something, he suggested. We're not picky. We're a Michelin-rated restaurant. We don't own a microwave. I told him this. Every restaurant has microwaves, he insisted. That's how food works. I suggested a cafe down the street. He stood up, offended. We came here specifically, he said. We have a reservation. They didn't. I would have known. He showed me a screenshot from TripAdvisor. A review, not a reservation. He thought they were the same thing. This confirms our table, he argued. I walked them to the door. They left a 1-star review. Said we refused service to Americans. Mentioned possible discrimination. We framed it. Hangs in the kitchen. My sister Yuki works at Tokyo Immigration. American arrived without visa. I don't need one, he said confidently. Americans have passport privilege. Yuki explained. Japan requires visas for stays over 90 days. He was staying for months. As 3 months, he corrected. 90 days equals 3 months. Yuki pulled up a calendar. Showed him 120 days. He squinted at it. Japanese calendars must be different, he muttered. He tried entering anyway. Security stopped him. He called the American embassy. They're violating international law, he told the operator. Yuki heard the embassy person sigh through the phone. Sir, you need a visa, they said. Since when? He demanded. Since always, they replied. Did you check entry requirements? I'm American, he said. Like that was answer enough. The embassy told him to apply for a visa. He hung up, turned to Yuki. Can I just pay the visa fee now? He asked. Why UKI explained processing takes weeks. He looked panicked. I have a hotel reservation, he said. It's non-refundable. He showed Yuki his phone. The hotel was in Kyoto. His flight landed in Tokyo. He thought they were the same city. Tokyo, Kyoto, same thing, he said. Japanese names all sound alike. Yuki sent him back on the next flight. He posted on Twitter about Japan's hostility to tourism. Got ratioed by thousands of Japanese users. Deleted his account. I drive a taxi in Berlin. American couple climbed in, said take us to the Berlin Wall. I asked which part. They looked confused. The wall, the husband repeated slowly. Like I was stupid, I explained it's 28 miles long, mostly demolished, preserved in sections. They wanted the famous part. I started driving to East Side Gallery. The wife stopped me. Why are we going east? She asked. The wall is west. I explained the wall divided east and west. She shook her head. It's called the Berlin Wall, she said. Walls go on the outside. That means west side of the city. Her logic was flawless and completely wrong. I tried explaining Cold War history. The husband interrupted. We studied this in school, he said. The wall kept communists out of West Berlin. Backwards. The wall kept East Germans in. I explained this. They didn't believe me. It makes no sense, the wife said. Why would they trap their own people? I gave up. Drove to East Side Gallery. They took photos. Complained it was too artsy. Where's the original wall? The husband asked. This is it, I said. No, he insisted. The real one. Gray concrete. Guard towers. I drove them to Bernauer Strasse Memorial. They seemed disappointed. So small, the wife said. Pictures made it look bigger. The husband nodded. Typical European false advertising. They tipped in dollars. Left the bills on the seat. I had to exchange them. Lost money on the conversion. My best friend owns a gelato shop in Rome last summer. An American walked in and studied the flavors for 10 minutes. Finally, he pointed at Stracciatella. Is this chocolate chip? He asked. My friend said yes. The man shook his head. I'll have chocolate chip then, he said, pointing at the exact same flavor. My friend scooped it, handed it over. The man took one bite and returned it. This tastes like vanilla with chocolate, he complained. I wanted chocolate chip ice cream. My friend explained that's what chocolate chip is. The man disagreed. In America, chocolate chip ice cream is chocolate ice cream with chips, he said. This is wrong. My friend offered to replace it with chocolate gelato. The man refused. You advertised chocolate chip, he said. That's false advertising. He demanded a refund. My friend gave it to him. The man didn't leave. What's your corporate office? He asked. Someone needs to hear about this. My friend explained. He owned the shop. The man looked skeptical. You personally? He asked. How is that possible? My friend said he bought it. The man shook his head. In America, shops are owned by companies, he explained. Personal ownership is a tax loophole. He left, threatening to report the shop to Italian corporate authorities. My friend is still waiting for that investigation. We joke about it now. But there's something fascinating about watching someone's worldview crack in real time. That moment when they realize their certainty means nothing abroad. Some people adapt. Others double down. The doublers down make the best stories. I've got dozens more. The woman who argued with a Swedish tour guide about Viking history because she watched the show. The man who tried paying a Swiss hotel bill with Venmo because everyone uses it. The couple who reported a Dutch windmill for cultural appropriation of farm equipment. Come back next week. I'll share the time an American tried to haggle at a German grocery store. It lasted 40 minutes. Security got involved. So did the police. Somehow, 3 separate government agencies ended up with reports. That's a whole different category of confident.